Swaminarayan Devani Jai, Narayan Devani Jai. Om Shri Namo Shivaya, Shri Ramchandra, Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Kya yaad ho? Sharamani Darshanam Mandacharuchirannambujam Pujitam Suranarotame Muda Dharmanandharmaham Vichintare. Sri Swaminarayan Namo Namaha. Sri Hari Krishnaya Namo Namaha. Sri Pragat Purushottamaya Namo Namaha. Today is Saturday, January 23rd, 2021. Saturday. We are doing Satsang today, and sponsor is a life member sponsor for our family, Gurukul, myself, Dr. Radhika, Dr. Arti, Dr. Sonak, Dr. Krishna, Hari Krishna, and my brothers, all Jayadev and Dhirubai, Manubai and Samjuben, Dalpat and Manjula, Ashwin and Bharti, and also on the memories of my parents, Manibet, Jarambai Babaria, Jarambai Karamsiva Babaria, on their great memories. They were great devotees, as well as my brother Vaju, and all the family, sisters and brothers, all. May Lord bless. That's why we have life membership and life concert to this Gurukul. And also the annual membership is the Nimaben and Nishad Bhai Patel, it's parent of their mother Sudhaben and Ashok Bhai Patel and their family, Veer and her daughter. And today we'll start with the Janmangal, and then we'll do further program. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Om Shri Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Shri Naranarayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Prabhave Namaha. Om Shri Bhakti Dharmatmajaya Namaha. Om Shri Ajmane Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Om Shri Narayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Hari Namaha. Om Shri Hari Krishnaya Namaha. Om Shri Ganashyamaya Namaha. Om Shri Dharmikaya Namaha. Om Shri Bhakti Nandanaya Namaha. Om Shri Bodhvadraya Namaha. Om Shri Suddhaya Namaha. Om Shri Radha Krishna Devadaya Namaha. Om Shri Marutsapriyaya Namaha. Om Shri Kalabhiravaya Vishnaya Namaha. Om Shri Nitendraya Namaha. Om Shri Jitaharaya Namaha. Om Shri Tivra Vairagyaya Namaha. Om Shri Astikaya Namaha. Om Shri Yogeshwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Shri Ajadvane Namaha. Om Shri Nilobhaya Namaha. Om Shri Mahapurushaya Namaha. Om Shri Akhanda Maryadaya Namaha. Om Shri Vyasidhana Bodhakaya Namaha. Om Shri Manodigrah Vignaya Namaha. Om Shri Amduti Mojkaya Namaha. Om Shri Purnakamaya Namaha. Om Shri Satyavadine Namaha. Om Shri Grunagahine Namaha. Om Shri Gatasmeyaya Namaha. Om Shri Sadachara Priyadaraya Namaha. Om Shri Purna Sankirtanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sauramangal Rupnabhnishtaya Namaha. Iti Shri Janmangal Namavali Sampurna Shri Swaminarayan Bhagavani Jai. Hari Krishna Maharajani Jai. So we have so far the membership and sponsorship. Our family is lifetime. We dedicated, right? And also the other guys, the Nishad Patel, he is annual. there is no satsang, he is always have satsang. Every satsang he sponsors them. So may Lord bless to them, their family as well, and all the devotees. And now I'm going to do is, let's do some kirtan, right? Kirtan. Kirtan 101. Kirtan words are Aaj mare orade re, Aiva Yavinasi albel. By me bolaviya re sundar choga walo che. Today at my home, Lord Supreme came to my home. And my friend, I respected him and given him to great wellness to the welcome to my house. How they are very beautiful, and his name is Ghanshyam. What can I describe his beauty and decoration? So this is the kirtan made by Premanand Swami. Aaj mare orade re, Aiva Yavinasi albe. Bhai me bulaviya re, sundar choga valo che. Nirkhya nena bhari re, natvar sundar Sri Ghanshyam. Shobhasi kahu re, nirakhila je kotika kam. What I can decorate, how can describe his beauty? He is so wonderful. Eguti gulab nare, kanthe aropya mehar. I given him to all the garland of the rose to the hymn. Laine varanare, sarcharane lagi varamvar. I was looking him, he was so beautiful, and I always bowed down to his lotus feet. I pometo adare re, besava chakale ho kari pyar. I give him God respect, and I give the place to sit down on the gadi, bajot. Pucha preet shure, by me sarve samachar. God, I always, what they said, that Pucha preet, by loving way, I asked to the Maharaj, how are you doing? And I asked for all the news, what you have with you. Kone hari kya tare, kya the kiya dharma kumar. Oh Lord, where you were and how you came to as a dharma kumar, as a son of the dharma deva. Sundar shobhatare, ange sajiya che sargar, peri preet shure, surangi suthalani sukaded, e nari hirani re, jota trupta na thai ne. I'm watching him, and I cannot satisfied by watching him continue making them again and again look to him and do his darshan vision. Upar odiyo re, gudho re to joyalag, sajani te samere, dhanya nirkhyate nabag, mastaka upare re, bandhu molidu yamul, kotika ravi sasire, eto nave tene tulya. Resmi korno re, karma sa રૂમાલ પ્રેમાનંદ તો રે એ છબી નિરખી થયો નિહાલ. Maharaj has a rumal like this and is for decorating with him, and coating means millions of sun and moon cannot give the light like when his light coming from him. He is not comparable with them either. So he is so brightful. Satchitananda. That's what it is. Sajananda Swami Maharaj. Now the Rupal is going to sing the Kirtanam made by the Devanand Swami, and that is the તારા મનમાં જાણે મરવું નથી રે એવો નિશ્ચય કર્યો નિર્ધાર તેમાં ભૂલી ગયો ભગવાનને રે. That means you person has decided that I never want to die, and that was determination he did in their mind, and then he forgot about God because he was not recalling the God, and he forgot the God. So always think about one time we have to detach from this world and we have to die, and if you want to die, don't go to the recycling, rebirth and death. So if you don't want to do, worship the God and remember the Narayana. So words are તારા મનમાં જાણે મરવું નથી રે.
તારા મનમાં જાણે કે મરાવું નથી રે એવો નીચે કરો નિરાધાર તો ભૂલી ગયો ભગવાનને રે. ધન દોલત નારીને ગણાધિકરા રે ખેતીવાડી ઘોડીને
ઘર
ભારતમાં ભૂલી ગયો ભગવાનને રે. મેડી મંદિર જરૂખને માણ્યા રે સુખદાયક સુનેરી સેજ તેમાં ભૂલી ગયો ભગવાનને રે. ગાદી તકિયાને ગાલામાં સૂર્યા રે આડ અતિ આળસ કરે છે સેજ તેમાં ભૂલી ગયો ભગવાનને રે. નીચું કાંધ કરીને નમાતો નથી રે એવું સાધુ સંગાથે અભિમાન તેમાં ભૂલી ગયો ભગવાનને રે. મારમાળી મોહનજીની મૂર્તિ રે તેની સાથે ન લાગેલ તાન તેમાં ભૂલી ગયો ભગવાનને રે. પાપ અનેક જન્મના આવી મળ્યા રે તારી મતિ મલિન થઈ મંદ તેમાં ભૂલી ગયો ભગવાનને રે. દેવાનંદના વાલાને વિસરી ગયો રે તારે ગળે પડ્યો જમા ફંદ તેમાં ભૂલી ગયો ભગવાનને રે. સજાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય.
Meaning of this Kirtanam was, if you want to worship God, if you want salvation, you should determine that if one time we have to detach from this world and we are going to die one day. If you don't do that, then you will be forget about God. So you have to keep that target. Nobody is permanent here. One time everybody has to go for it. And keeping that target, remember God, Narayana. And you have a lot of things. You have wealth, you have money, you have a lot of kids and everything. But that will all, you have also the agriculture, kheti wadi, and lot of houses and all this stuff, but that will, one time it will be all remain here. And if you don't remember God, you will have to go, but you will not go to the divine abode of God, but you will go to the recycling, right? Birth and death, right? So if you don't want to do that, remember God. There are a lot of facilities and a lot of things like ego, and that's why you are not surrendering to the sadhus or devotees, and that's also make you from away from the God. So always keeps a company of the sadhu and devotees. There is a lot of sin get together, and that's why our buddhi, intelligence gets polluted, and that will not let you worship. So remember that. Always worship the God, that will destroy your sin as well. So Devananda Swami is saying that don't forget my dearest God, and there will be no problem for the salvation if you do that. Swami Narayan, Swami Narayan, Swami Narayan, Narayan, hey Swami Narayan, Swami Narayan, Swami Narayan, Narayan, Swami Narayan.
Swaminarayan, 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 Sajanam Swami Maharaj ki jai. Vame yasya sthidaradha Sri Chayakshasi Vakshasi Vrindavana Viharam Tam Sri Krishnam Hrudi Chintai Sri Swaminarayan Namo Namaha Sri Hari Krishnay Namo Namaha Sri Pragata Purushottamay Namo Namaha. Today's Vachanamrita is Garuda middle series 17. Okay, it was spoken by Lord Swaminarayan on let's see here, October 21st. October 21st, today is 23rd, right? Then October, today is January. 1821. So 200 years ago almost. So, and it was Saturday too. So first Gujarati, then we'll do English. Okay. સ્વામિનારાયણ હરે સ્વામિનારાયણ હરે સંવત 1878 આસોવદી એકાદશીને દિવસ રાત્રિને સમયે સ્વામી શ્રી સહજાનંદજી મહારાજ શ્રી ગઢડામધી દાદા ખાચરના દરબારમાં શ્રી વાસુદેવ નારાયણના મંદિરની સમીપે ઓરડાની ઓસરીએ સિંહાસન ઉપર વિરાજમાન હતા અને સર્વ શ્વેત વસ્ત્ર ધારણ કર્યા હતા અને પોતાના આગળ મશાલ અને બળતી હતી અને પોતાના મુખારબંધની આગળ પરમહંસ તથા દેશ દેશના હરિભક્તની સભા ભરાઈને બેઠી હતી કીર્તન ગાવતા હતા. Devotees and saints and Paramahansa were sitting on the front of the God, Lord Swaminarayan, and they were singing the kirtan. Then Sriji Maharaj said, stop the kirtan, let's ask you the questions. Then he's asking the question, and then they're talking about the Bhagavan Swarup, the God form, the eternal form. That's what they're talking about. We'll talk in English afterward. પછી શ્રીજી મહારાજ બોલ્યા જે કીર્તન ગાવા રહેવા દો અને પ્રશ્ન ઉત્તર કરીએ. પછી સર્વમુનિ બોલ્યા જે ઘણું સારું મહારાજ. પછી શ્રીજી મહારાજે પ્રશ્ન પૂછ્યો જે ભગવાનનું સ્વરૂપ છે તેને કોઈ ભક્ત તો માયાના 24 તત્વે સહિત સમજે છે અને કોઈ ભક્ત તો માયાના તત્વે રહિત કેવળ ચૈતન્યમય ભગવાનનું સ્વરૂપ સમજે છે. એ બે પ્રકારના ભક્ત છે તેમાં કેની સમજણ ઠીક છે અને કેની સમજણ ઠીક નથી. પછી મુક્તાનંદ સ્વામીએ કહ્યું છે જે ભગવાનને વિશે માયક 24 તત્વ સમજે એની સમજણ ઠીક નથી અને જે ભગવાનનું સ્વરૂપ માયાને તત્વે કરીને રહિત કેવળ ચૈતન્યમય સમજે તેની સમજણ ઠીક છે. પછી શ્રીજી મહારાજ બોલ્યા જે સાંખ્યવાળાએ 24 તત્વ કયા છે અને તે સાંખ્યને મતે 23 તત્વ અને 24મો ક્ષેત્રજ્ઞ જે જીવ અને ઈશ્વર રૂપ ચૈતન્ય છે એ રીતે 24 તત્વો કયા છે. એમ જે ક્ષેત્ર અને ક્ષેત્રજ્ઞનો અન્યોન્ય આશ્રયપણું છે તે ક્ષેત્રજ્ઞ વિના ક્ષેત્ર કહેવાય નહીં અને ક્ષેત્ર વિના ક્ષેત્રજ્ઞ કહેવાય નહીં. માટે તત્વ ભેળા જ જીવ ઈશ્વરને કહ્યા છે અને ભગવાન છે તે તો ક્ષેત્ર અને ક્ષેત્ર બેયના આશ્રય છે. માટે ભગવાન થકી માયક તત્વ જુદા કેમ કહેવાય? અને જે આકાશ છે તેને વિશે 4 તત્વો રહ્યા છે તો પણ આકાશને કોઈનો દોષ અડતો નથી. તેમ પરમેશ્વરના સ્વરૂપને પણ માયક તત્વનો કોઈ દોષ અડતો નથી. એવું જે ભગવાનનું સ્વરૂપ છે તેમાં 24 તત્વ કહે તેમાં શું વાત છે અને તત્વે રહિત કહેવું તેમાં શું નિર્બાધપણું આવી ગયું અમને એમ જણાય છે. પછી દીનાનાથ ભટ્ટે પૂછ્યું છે જેને ભગવાનનું મૂર્તિનું ધ્યાન કરવું હોય તેને ભગવાનનું સ્વરૂપ તત્વે સહિત સમજવું કે તત્વ રહિત સમજવું. બરાબર. એન્ડ પછી શ્રીજી મહારાજ બોલ્યા છે ભગવાનના સ્વરૂપને જે તત્વે સહિત સમજે છે તે પણ પાપી છે અને જે તત્વે રહિત ભગવાનના સ્વરૂપને સમજે તે પણ પાપી છે. ભગવાનના સ્વરૂપમાં તો ભગવાનનો ભક્ત હોય તેને તત્વ છે કે નથી એવું ચૂંટણું કરવું ગમે જ નહીં. ભક્ત હોય તેને તો એમ જાણે છે તે તો એમ જાણે છે ભગવાન એની વિશે ભાગ ત્યાગ કર્યાનો ભાગ નથી. એ ભગવાન તો અનંત બ્રહ્માંડના આત્મા છે અને જેને ભગવાનના સ્વરૂપમાં કોઈ રીતનું ઉત્થાન નથી તેને નિર્વિકલ્પ સ્થિતિવાળો જાણવો અને જેને એવી એકમતિ હોય તેને સ્થિત પ્રજ્ઞ જાણવો. અને જે પુરુષે ભગવાનને વિશે એવી દઢમતિ છે તેને ભગવાનને સર્વ પાપ થકી મુકાવે છે. તે ભગવાનને ભગવદ્ ગીતામાં અર્જુન પ્રત્યે કહ્યું છે સર્વધર્માન પરિત્યાજ્યમ મામકમ શરણમ વ્રજ અહમ ત્વામ સર્વ પાપમ્યો મોક્ષમયાતિ મા શુચ. અને એ આ સંસારમાં પણ એવી રીત છે કે જે થકી પોતાથી મોટો સ્વાર્થ સડતો હોય તેને બુદ્ધિવાન હોય તે દોષ ગ્રહણ કરે નહીં. જેમ સ્ત્રી હોય તે પોતાના સ્વાર્થ સારો પતિનો દોષ ગ્રહણ કરતી નથી તથા બીજા પણ દોસ્તો હોય તે પોતાના સગા સંબંધીને વિશે જો પોતાનો અતિશય સ્વાર્થ હોય તેનો દોષ ગ્રહણ કરતા નથી. તે ભગવાન થકી પણ જેને મોટો સ્વાર્થ જાણ્યો હોય તો ભગવાનના પાપ થકી અને અજ્ઞાન થકી મુકાવીને પોતાના ભક્તને અભયપદ આપે છે. માટે એવો મોટો અસ્વાર્થ જાણ્યો હોય તો કોઈ રીતે ભગવાનનો અવગુણ આવે જ નહીં. જેમ સુખજીએ રાજપંચાધ્યાયનું વર્ણન કર્યું ત્યારે રાજા પરીક્ષિતને સંશય થયો છે ભગવાને પરસ્ત્રીનો સંગ કેમ કર્યો પણ સુખજીનો લેશ માત્ર સંશય થયો નહીં. સમજ પડી? અને જે ગોપીઓ સંગે ભગવાન વિહાર કર્યો તો ગોપીઓનો પણ સંશય ન થયો છે ભગવાન હોય તો આમ કેમ કરે એવો કોઈ રીતે સંશય થયો નહીં. અને જ્યારે ભગવાનનું કુબજાને ઘેર ગયા ત્યારે ઉદ્ધવજીની ભેળા તેડી ગયા હતા તો પણ ઉદ્ધવજીએ કોઈ રીતે સંશય થયો નહીં. એન્ડ જ્યારે ઉદ્ધવજીને વ્રજમાં મોકલ્યા ત્યારે કોઈ સંશય થયો નહીં. તેનું સામે ગોપીઓનું મહાત્મ્ય અતિશય સમજ્યા. માટે જેને ભગવાનનો અચળ આશ્રય થયો હોય અને અતિશય શાસ્ત્રવેતા હોય અથવા ભોળો જ હોય પણ તેની મતિ ભ્રમે નહીં અને ભગવાનનો જે દરેક ભક્તો હોય તેનું મહાત્મ્ય તો પણ તે ભગવાનનો ભક્ત હોય તે જ જાણે. પછી શાસ્ત્રવેતા હોય અથવા ભોળો હોય જેને ભગવાન વિશે દઢમતી હોય તે જ ભગવાનને ભક્તનું મહાત્મ્ય જાણે અને દઢમતી વાળો ભક્ત હોય તેને ઓળખે પણ ખરા. તે વિના જે જગતના વિમુખ હોય તે પંડિત હોય મૂર્ખ હોય પણ ભગવાન વિશે દઢ મતી પણ કરી શકે નહીં અને જે દઢમતી વાળો ભક્ત હોય તેને પણ ઓળખે નહીં અને હરિજનનું મહાત્મ્ય પણ જાણે નહીં. માટે ભગવાનનો ભક્ત હોય તે જ ભગવાનના ભક્તને ઓળખે. Who is the devotee, he can recognize the other devotee. If you are not devotee, you cannot recognize devotee. In order to recognize devotee, you should have a divinity. You have to have devotion. So they give an example of Gopi and Uddhavji, okay, and Sukji and Sukdevji and Parikshit. Parikshit has a doubt when the Gopi was playing with the Leela with the Sri Krishna. At the time, she had the Parikshit did doubt why God has Krishna did this, but he should not doubt on the God, never. He's always he's doing his right. ગોપીએ પણ ઉદ્ધવજીનું મહાત્મ્ય જાણ્યું અને પુરુષોત્તમ ભગવાન છે તે સર્વ ક્ષેત્રજ્ઞ ક્ષેત્રજ્ઞ પણ નિરાકાર તો પણ નિર્વિકાર છે અને માયાદિક જે વિકારવાન પદાર્થ તેનો વિકાર પુરુષોત્તમ ભગવાનને અટતો નથી અને જે આત્મનિષ્ઠ પુરુષ છે તે પણ સ્થૂળ સૂક્ષ્મ અને કારણના વિકારને નથી અટતા તો પુરુષોત્તમ ભગવાનને કેમ અટે? ભગવાન તો નિર્વિકારી અને નિર્લેપ જ છે. એ રીતે ભગવાનના સ્વરૂપને સમજે તો ભગવાનનો ભક્ત સ્થિત પ્રજ્ઞ જાણવો. ત્યારે કેવો જાણવો? સ્ટડીનેસ વિથ ધ ગાડ, સ્થિત પ્રજ્ઞ. જેને પોતાના આત્માને વિશે જેવી સ્થિતિ હોય તેને પણ સ્થિત પ્રજ્ઞ કહેવાય છે. તેમ જેને ભગવાનના સ્વરૂપને વિશે કોઈ જાતનો ઘાટ ન થાય. There should be no doubt in the Bhagwan, in God, and that is called the person who has studiedness with God. તે જ અસમર્થ અને તેનું જ્ઞાન પણ કરે અને અસમર્થ પણ હોય તેનું ગાન કરે. જેમ ભગવાનનું યોગ્ય ચરિત્ર હોય તેનું ગાન કરે તેમ અયોગ્ય હોય તેનું પણ ગાન કરે. પણ ભગવાનના ચરિત્ર વિશે યોગ્ય અયોગ્ય એવું કોઈ ઘાટ થાય નહીં. God does some auspicious things, some does auspicious things, but you never doubt on that. You always take the virtue from there, and that is the way you become the steadfastness, what do you call that? Oneness, steadiness with the God. એવો ભગવાનનો ભક્ત હોય તેને પુરુષોત્તમના સ્વરૂપને સ્થિત પ્રજ્ઞ જાણવો. Like this devotee should be counted as સ્થિત પ્રજ્ઞ, steadiness with God. અને જેને એવી પુરુષોત્તમના સ્વરૂપને વિશે નિષ્ઠા થઈ, સ્વરૂપને વિશે નિષ્ઠા, સ્વરૂપ ભગવાન, ટ્રુનેસ, ટ્રુ ફોર્મ્સ, ટ્રુ નેચર. If you have like this nishtha, determination, then you don't need to attain anything. You are complete. They say. એ આપણે બીજું કાંઈ સમજવાનું નથી અને they don't need any other further knowledge. If you have સ્વરૂપ નિષ્ઠા. And what is સ્વરૂપ નિષ્ઠા? We'll talk it further. ઇતિ વચનામૃતમ ગઢડા મધ્યમનું 17મું વચનામૃતમ, ગઢડા પ્રથમ 10 and the 17th વચનામૃતમ. We will see this. So in this વચનામૃતમ ભગવાનનું સ્વરૂપ, the સ્વરૂપ means own form, true form, original form, right? And light comes from there. That is called God's Swarup, original form Swarup. And it is the eternal, right? It's the eternal and constitutional nature of the God. That is the Swarup. Swa, own, Roop means form, true form, original form, nature of the God. And that is the transcendental form of the God, right? Original form. Not like this when he comes here, but the original form. And that form here, when he comes, they are one. That is the one, right? That one is here, that one. So what he's saying that, so God's Swarup is the eternal constitutional nature of the God. Okay? Constitutional nature of the God. And that Swarup, internal constitutional nature of God, is a Swarup composed of 24 elements. How many?
24.
According to the Sankhya. Sankhya Shastra. Right? And Sankhya Shastra is one of the school, Hindu philosophy, the Vedic philosophy. 6 school is there. How many? 6 school there. 6. 6. And one of them is Sankhya. And Sankhya school, that counting, Sankhya means count, and how this universe is created, how many elements there, right? And body, how many elements there? 24. So, Sankhya Shastra, Sankhya scriptures saying that 23 elements, and 24th one is Jiva, the soul, and God. Soul and God, they are each other one, they are counting. So it's a 24 elements they are talking about. And what are those elements? Those are elements are so there are, I will count it, all this in elements so we know. So first is Pradhan, Pradhan Purush. God created Pradhan Purush, right? Akshar Murti and then Pradhan Purush. That Pradhan Purush is the has a unmanifestation of 3 more of the nature, right? Yeah, what was that? Goodness, patience, and ignorance, right? Sattvagun, Rajagun, and Tamagun. They are the remain in the Pradhan Purush, right? And then Pradhan Purush has 3 modes. Which are those? False ego, intelligence, and mind. So Pradhan has 3 this virtues. Ego, right? False ego, not true ego. False ego, intelligence, buddhi, and mind, man. These things, three elements is Pradhan. Okay? Then they are talking about the 5 gross elements. Which are those? Space, air, fire, water, and earth. These are 5 physical elements. 5 sense of objectives. Which are those? Space, sound, touch, sight, taste, and smell. There's 5. Another 5 is knowledge, right? Knowledge of the activity of senses. And those are the ear, skin, eye, tongue, and nose, right? There are 5 senses, 5 knowledge senses. And 5 working senses. And that are voice, leg, arms, reproductive organ, and evocation organ. That's 5. So 20 and 3 is this, the Pradhan Purush 3 things, ego, intelligence, and mind. These 23 elements. And Sankhya Shastra is counting as a Jiva, soul, and God as a one. Because they are known and the Kshetra and the Kshetragna. So, for the Jiva is a Kshetragna for these 23 elements. Okay? And Jiva is not knower, but is a Kshetra. So this field. And the Lord is the Kshetragna. So he is a Kshetragna means he is a knower of the knowledge and everything. So this Jiva controlled by the God. So there's both together they're 24 elements. What the Yoga Sutra saying, Yoga, Sankhya, and Yoga Shastra. Yoga Shastra saying that 25, because he separated out God and the Jiva separate. So 23 element this one, 24 Jiva, and 25 God. So according to Sankhya Shastra, 23 element this one, and God and the Jiva are one. Because the one is knower, one is the controller of the Kshetra and the Kshetragna, field of the working condition. So that's the way 24 elements. So Kshetra is a field of knowledge, right? Kshetra is a field of knowledge. And Kshetrajna is a knower, one who is knower, who knows that. So for 23 elements, Jiva is the knower. And when the Jiva comes, the soul comes, the God is the Kshetrajna, field of the knowledge. So these 23 elements controlled by the Jiva, and Jiva is also, all the elements controlled by the God. So the God is a knower and field of knowledge. So we said that. So, but the space is not affected by the qualities of the four elements like earth, water, light and air. And there are five elements in physical, but the space is not bound to all the anything, earth, water, light or air. It's everywhere, but it's not bound to anything. They don't have any thing. Same way the God is with them, this 24 element and everything, but He's not bound to them. You know? So, but still He's pervading each and everything. That's why the question was here, the Mukta, what Maharaj asked for is this. What Maharaj said, that there are certain devotees saying that the God form, the Swarup, is bound to the Maya, Maya's 23 elements, 24 elements, or not. And certain believe, no, God is Chaitanya Rupa, my Swarup only, that's it. The Maharaj said, no, you cannot count like that. You have to say that Maharaj is in there and not there. Still he is bound to both and he is controller. He is everything. So, it's not good to say that God is not with the elements. He is also with the element and without elements too. But He is a controller to everything. He is a knower for all the elements. Just like a Jiva is a knower of all the elements. Right? And Jiva is filled of knowledge and God is the knower again there when compared to that. Though this universe is composed of 24 elements of Maya, exists in God. So he is still on that too. So Maharaj said that, saying that in this the God form consists of 24 elements and still independent of 24 elements of Maya. Still he is independent. He is there but still independent of Maya. So that means, so that's what Maharaj said, I believe. So I don't say he's not out of that, he's not with the Maya. He is with Maya, still he is independent with that. So that is important. One who does not suffer from the indecision, said to be the attained the state of being a nirvikalpa, person who doesn't do any indecision on this, and they understand that he is still with Maya, still independent, and he understands these things, he is saying that we get the nirvikalpa samadhi, nirvikalpa. And that is called also sthit prajna. That was the steadiness of the mind, right? And Maharaj said, don't do quibbling, you know, here and there, quibbling. He said, just don't, if you don't understand, just worship the God. But this is the way it is, the Sankhya Shastra saying, Maharaj said. And that is I believe, Lord said. Lord Maharaj said, this is I believe. He is still there with all elements, still independent. Okay? So quibbling is a chutana veda. Maharaj used word in Gujarati, chutana veda. Don't do that if you don't understand. In Gita, 18 chapter 66, 66 verse is saying that Sarva dharman paritajam mamake sharanam vraja aham tvam sarvapebhyo mokshayami masudha chuchaha. That means is that abandon all various part of the duties and surrender unto me only. I will redeem you on all sins, and you should not worry about that. Okay? Maharaj saying that to Arjuna, Lord Krishna. So God Leela is auspicious or inauspicious are all divine. One who has Swarup Nishta. What is Swarup Nishta? Eternal constitutional nature of the God. Internal constitutional nature of the God. That is the transcendental form of the God. Of God, Purushottam Bhagavan have nothing, person who has like this Swarup Nishta has nothing more to attain, nothing more to know. That's all. And then you get the liberation. So if you don't understand anything, just keep Swarup Nishta, to God. And this is very important. Now I will go a little bit about the 6. There are 6 schools of the Vedic school, Indian philosophy, and there are 6 types. One is called the Vaishashika, that is goes with the logic and physical elements. And other one is his Rusi was the Kannada Rusi. He made the science and logic, physics and science and logic, and totality of the Maya. And it's like atomic build-up and consciousness. Second reason is the Nyaya school, and that is a logical quest of the God, for the God, and the phases of the creation. And so there is a result and experience in the Nyaya. You do this, then you get this experience. Yoga. Third one is yoga. Patanjali did that. And the Nyaya is Gautam Rusi. Gautam. And the yoga is Patanjali Rusi. Patanjali yoga. Right? So what is the Patanjali yoga? There is a practice of the meditation and samadhi for the renunciation. To detach from there and join to the God. And it is yoga was similar, like emerged from the Sankhya Yoga, Sankhya Shastra. And Vedanta is explain the divinity and the nature of the soul, Maya and creation. And Mimamsa is the Vedanta is Vedvyasa, Rusi, Bhagavan Vyasa has given. And the Mimamsa is of 2 kinds, Purva Mimamsa and Uttar Mimamsa. Purva Mimamsa is, they're talking about the Karma Kand or Yagna and all this stuff. And Uttar Mimamsa is the talking about Upanishad, the end of the Veda. And so Jaimini is the Rusi, he did that. So he explained the Veda are the eternal and divine. That's the Mimamsa. And Sankhya. 6 is the Sankhya, we talk about Sankhya. And it's a consciousness and matter. They describe the consciousness, right? Chidakas. And matter, elements. And ultimately, all these things lead to where they lead? Where they lead? to the salvation. Ultimately, you have to join from. So Sankhya will give you the all this element, all this stuff, and they say, where you have to go from there? To the join to the God. Same way, the yogi is saying same thing. Do this stress, do the sadhana and all this stuff, and follow the yogic shastra. Ultimately, you do union with who? God. Same thing. So you have to worship the God then. That's what you have to do. Ultimately, in the devotion, love. So Sankhya is done by Kapila Yoga, Kapila Dev, Kapil Rishi. So aim of the Sankhya Yoga is overcome suffering and also activating the discrimination and reality of the soul. Cultivating the discrimination and realizing soul. So souls, ultimately you have to realize the soul by learning all this stuff. So this is that. And what is yoga means? Control of the content of the mind. And how you control? There are steps, right? Each step. How you do? Yama. Yam. What is yam? Restraint. Moral duties you have to follow certain. And what are those moral duties? Yeah, I'll talk to you about. And then niyama, second one. First you have to do yam. Yam is the mentioning is the ethical rules you have to follow. Right? Yams mean ethical rules, certain rules. And they are non-violence, ahimsa, satya, truthfulness, brahmacharya, right? So chastity, that is a sexual restraint, and aparigraha. What is aparigraha? Non-avarice, non-greediness, non-possessiveness. These four things and five things. Ahimsa, satya, asti, brahmacharya, and aparigraha. These five things you have to follow in order to get them before you start the yoga. So it's yam, it's called yam. Okay? And then you have to go niyam, second step. One by one step you have to go. Niyama, that is the, what is that niyama? Niyama is do's. This one was don't do's. The yam is don't do this thing. Don't do ahimsa, don't do violence, don't do untruthness, do the non-stealing, asti. So these are the, first one was the not to do, and second one to do. What are that one? So that are the soch, number one. So purity, keep purity, cleanliness of mind, especially body, and everything, keep clean first. Once you cleanse, then you do santosh, content, santosh, everything good, yes, get satisfied, everything. Then you have tap, austerity. Then you have swadhyaya, study of the scriptures, Vedas and scriptures. And then Ishwar Pranadhin, contemplation of the Ishvara, contemplation of the God. The sixth thing you do, that is called niyama. Niyam. So yam, niyam, then asana, then posture. You have to develop the postures to Padmasana or whatever situation you have to sit down. And that's called physical postures. And pratyahara, control the breathing exercise. Okay? After that you do pratyahara. What is pratyahara? Pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses. Okay? Pratyahara. Dharana. What is dharana? Concentration. To sthit prajna, becomes sthit prajna. And dhyana, then comes meditation. And once comes meditation, then you get samadhi. And samadhi is a trance. Once you get trance, then you have to go nirvikalpa samadhi. And that nirvikalpa samadhi, that will make you with the chidakas, with the God, with the oneness. Then you get Sat Chit Anand, and thus you can liberate. So this is what it is. So I think we got covered most of that. So let me tell you. So what is this Vajranamrita Maharaj is mentioning about his Swarup. Swarup, Bhagavan, God's original Swarup. And Swarup is the
Form.
original form, the true form of the God. And that one is with these elements of the universe. Maharaj is with there and without there too, both. If you don't understand much, Maharaj said, don't worry about it. Just keep on the faith on the God, the true faith and true form, Swarup Nishta, the determination of Swarup of the God, original soul. And that will lead your bhakti, devotion, and that will lead to your salvation. Sahajananda Swami Maharaj. Now we'll do Thal. Jamo Thal Jivan Jao Go Karam Karo Tyari. Jamo Thal Jivan Jao Ani Re Duo Kar Charana Karo Tyari Re Jamo Thal Jivan Jao Ani Re Beso Malaba Jotia Dali Re Kantora Kanchanani Thali Re Jale Bhara Chambu Jo Kali Re Jamoni Tha Jivan Jao Vari Re Kari Kata Gamoni Poli Re Meri Druta Sakarama Boli Re Kado Rasa Kerino Goli Re Jamone Thal Jivan Jauvari Re Gaya Gata Sata Ge Barabur Vari Re Duda Pakamala Puakari Re Puri Kosi Thai Chegi Machari Jamone Thal Jivan Jauvari Re Athana Shaka Sundar Vaji Re Lavi Chotarata Karita Dire Dahi Bhat Sakar Che Jaji Re Jamone Thal Jivan Jauvari Re Jalo Karo Lavi Ujal Jari Re Elachi Lavi Gaso Pari Re Vana Viri Vanavi Sari Re Jamone Thal Jivan Jau Vari Re Mukha Vasamana Gamata Laine Re Prasadi Thalatani Daine Umananda Kairaji Thaine Re Jamone Thal Jivan Jauvari. Sahajananda Swami Maharaj Ni Jai, Hari Krishna Maharaj Ni Jai, Kashtabandhan Dev Ni Jai, Jajan Swami Maharaj Ni Aarti. Go to Aarti, do Aarti. Swami Narayana 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 Swami Narayana Swami Narayana Swami Narayana Swami Narayana Swami Narayana 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 Swami Narayana Swami Narayana Swami Narayana Swami Narayana Swami Narayana 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 Swami Narayana Swami Narayana Swami Narayana Swami Narayana 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 Swami Narayana. So I bow down to the His Holiness Mahapurush Mahavishnu Swaminarayan, and then
स्वामीनारायण स्वामी प्रेम प्रकाश शास्त्री जी महाराज गुरुकुल अभिनंदन स्वामी नरस्वती नाउ उसको आगे जय सद्गुरु स्वामी प्रभु जय सद्गुरु स्वामी सहजानंद दयालु सहजानंद दयालु हरे कृष्ण महाराज की जय कष्टभंजन देवनी जय स्वामीनारायण भगवान की जय. So we bow down to Mahavishnu, Swaminarayan, Lord Krishna, Lord Ramachandra. We also bow down to Guru Parampara, all the Acharyas, all the Dharmas Acharyas, especially the Vaishnava Acharya, Sri Vallabhacharya, Vithalnathji, Sri Ramanujacharya, and Madhavacharya, Nimbarka, and Lord Shiva, and then we goes to Raman Swami, Swaminarayan Bhagavan, Unadenan Swami, and then goes to the Balmukunda Swami, and we goes to the Naranda Swami, then also Dharmasubda Swami, then we goes to the Purani Gopinath Shastri Maharaj, Dharmajita Swami, Purani Prem Prakash Das, Dev Krishna Das Swami, Padai Mahan Santo, Purani Prem Prakash Das, Mugul Swami, Jogi Swami, Dev Prasad Swami, Lakshminaran Swami, and other Mota Santo Badana Bhagavan, Sarvama Pratna Jai Swami. Sahajananda Swami Maharaj ki jai. Swaminarayan Swami Narayana